Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got to show you guys a clip involving Terence Bud Crawford making a statement that I know for a fact, the second that Ryan Garcia sees this, bro, he's going to say something disrespectful towards Terence Bud Crawford. Terence, in this interview with Ring Champs today, basically said like this. Basically said, Richardson Hitchins is a smarter, more technical, greater fighter, has more potential to be one of those ones in the sport of boxing. Skill-wise, technical-wise, IQ-wise. More than Ryan Garcia. Ladies and gentlemen, Terence Bud Crawford discusses the 5 kings in the sport of boxing that we have right now. And he says these names: Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis, Devin the Dream Haney, Javante Tank Davis, and guess who else? No, not Ryan Garcia. No, not TL. No, not anybody else in the welterweight division. But Richardson Hitchins. Richardson Hitchins is on that list for Terence Bud Crawford. And I'm about to show you guys the clip right now. They continue to discuss this and ask him, well, what is Ryan Garcia fault? Is Ryan Garcia part of that? And Terence Crawford says, no, the dude ain't smart. He keeps on doing too many repetitive things. Talks about the Devin Haney win, well, a no contest. And explains he caught Devin Haney multiple times with the same shot. He said guys like Richardson Hitchins, guys like Shakur Stevenson, guys like Keyshawn Davis, guys like Tank, who has already got a win over Ryan Garcia. Those type of dudes will capitalize on seeing patterns. Those type of dudes will not get caught over and over again with the same shot. Goes on and says that, you know, Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia sparred many, many times, had many amateur fights together. They already knew each other. That's why Ryan Garcia looked the way he did against Devin Haney. And then continues on with saying that if Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney had the rematch right now, Devin Haney's beating him. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all know Ryan Garcia and Terence Bud Crawford ain't cool. But to hear him say he's got more confidence in Richardson Hitchins is basically what he's insinuating. He has more confidence in Hitchins than he does in Ryan Garcia. Is a slap in the face of Ryan Garcia. Ladies and gentlemen, especially due to the fact and due to the resume that Ryan Garcia possesses, hearing those words from Terence Bud Crawford's mouth has to be taken disrespectful if you're Ryan Garcia. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all listen to this video and let's discuss what the man had to say. Check this out.
I'm gonna say 5.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 5 fighters that if they did a round robin, like they gonna fucking, it's gonna be the 5 toughest fights.
Yeah. So what would it be like the 4 kings back in the days?
It's 5.
5 kings though, but yeah.
I'm gonna say Shakur, say Devin, say Keyshawn, Tank, and Africa.
About time somebody gave Africa
because they all know each other. They all great boxers. They all great thinkers. You know, and when in doubt, I don't know about Tank, but I know about the other 4. You know, they gonna box their ass off if they got to.
You don't want to throw Ryan Garcia in the mix?
Hell no. Ryan Garcia cool, but he's not smart enough. You know, I just think him and Devin fought each other so many times, like they just know each other.
Right.
They just know each other. But I think when put up against those other guys, like they want to outsmart them.
Do you think there's such a thing that a fighter has this fighter's number? You know how people say he just got his number. Do you think Ryan has Devin's number?
I just think all the antics that played in
before the
fight, you know, distracted Devin and caught him off guard, and you know, he took Ryan lightly.
So you think if they fought again, it'd be different?
Yeah, I do. Because if you watch the fight, he was just getting hit with the same punch over and over and over.
Right.
And I just can't see Shakur, Keyshawn, you know, Africa, or Tank for that matter, getting hit with the same shot over and over and over. You know, so. And then on top of that, he got hurt early. It's like he couldn't recover.
When put up against those other guys, he just can't see Ryan Garcia beating them, ladies and gentlemen. Do I agree with that statement? Can I see Ryan Garcia beating Shakur Stevenson? No. Can we see Ryan Garcia beating Gervonta Tank Davis? We've seen that already. No. Can I see Ryan Garcia beating Keyshawn Davis? I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to be real. Give you guys my honest opinion. I don't know. That's a good fight. Keyshawn versus Ryan. I would like to say Keyshawn might win that. Hey, but you never know. Can Ryan Garcia beat Devin Haney? Well, we've seen it do it once already, but by missing weight by more than 3 pounds and also strain in his body. Can we see Ryan Garcia beating the likes of Richardson, Hitchins? That, to me, is where I get excited of what Terence Crawford had to say. Because I know there's a lot of Richardson Hitchins haters out there, but there's also a lot of Ryan Garcia haters out there. There's a lot of people out there that'll say Richardson Hitchins cannot compete with a guy like Ryan Garcia and will get knocked the hell out by him. But then, when you actually think about it logically, Richardson Hitchins actually has got some real skills, ladies and gentlemen. He's got some real skills. He's had an IBF junior welterweight title, just like Ryan Garcia won his first world title, the WBC title. For a fact, Ryan Garcia has fought better opponents, is more experienced, better amateur background. But Richardson Hitchins has worked hard. He's been working hard ever since he turned pro. And when I watch Richardson Hitchins in the ring now, I feel like I'm watching a developed, super skilled, high-level fighter that just hasn't got his opportunity, that just hasn't got the same type of love from Shakur Stevenson fans, the way they treat Shakur, from Devin Haney fans, the way that they love Devin. There ain't a lot of Richardson Hitchins fans out there fighting and defending this guy like there is Tank Davis fans, Haney fans, Shakur fans, even Garcia fans. And that's a fact. So I feel like it's a question that is still unknown. I personally believe that's a fantastic fight. I believe Richardson Hitchins could do some work against Ryan Garcia, but I also believe that if Ryan Garcia comes in healthy and makes this an explosive battle, an explosive war, he can catch Hitchins. So, that being said, does he deserve to not be part of the 5-king list that Terence Crawford just gave us? Ladies and is he smart enough to compete with these guys? Ladies and gentlemen, I think him and Richardson Hitchins could be fighting for that position. As y'all know, the new era 4 kings was Teofimo Lopez, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, and Gervonta Tank Davis. You had, in the 1980s, the 4-king era, Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, Thomas Hearns, and Roberto Duran. Terence Crawford just gave his list of fighters that he believes are smart enough to become that next person. and Ryan Garcia isn't in it. Ladies and gentlemen, doesn't matter. Ryan Garcia has got all the clout. But what Terence Bud Crawford is talking about is smartness, ring IQ in this conversation, and he does not consider Ryan Garcia to be one of those guys. Now, if Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney fought again, who would win? Ladies and gentlemen, let's be real here. Devin Haney at 147 pounds looks completely different. Looks more seasoned, more experienced, more stronger than what he's did in his previous weight classes. Ryan Garcia in that fight against Devin Haney missed weight by more than 3 pounds. Didn't care. Absolutely did not care at all. Didn't want to deplete himself with those last 3 pounds. Those last 3 pounds could kill you. You look at a guy like Chris Eubank Jr. who went up against Conor Benn in the second fight. He misses weight the first fight. In the second fight, Bomac wants to make it a thing to where we're going to work you out as hard as we can so you don't miss the weight. Y'all seen this man on the bicycle with the goddamn sweatsuit on. In the second fight, what happened? He wasn't there. Depleted. Those last 3 pounds, Chris Eubank Jr., I guarantee you, were the hardest 3 pounds of his life. They can completely alter a fight. Now, I know Chris Eubank Jr. is a lot older. Those type of things to younger fighters, it doesn't necessarily have the same effect. But that, of course, has to be taken into consideration along with the Australian in his body. And now you look at the differences since then and now. Devin Haney looks like a completely different fighter, bro. Ryan Garcia, he's a great fighter. WBC welterweight champion of the world now. But it's hit or miss with this guy. He can have a bad camp, not focus, come in here and knock you the hell out, knock you down multiple times. Or he could be focused, train hard, and end up losing still. Some type of injury comes up, some type of mental mishap comes up with Ryan Garcia. You just never know. And at 147 pounds, in this day and age, I find it being a lot closer fight than what it was the first time. Other than those knockdowns, Devin Haney was doing great work against Ryan Garcia. But it was the perception of the fight. Those knockdowns, man, they were just too much, ladies and gentlemen. It was just too much. I don't know if I could see that happening in the second fight. And that's the honest truth, bro. We're going to have to wait and see after how Devin Haney looks against Keyshawn Davis. When that fight ends up getting announced, then I feel like we're really going to have a super great picture of just how much greater Devin Haney is now at 147 pounds. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, Terence Bud Crawford just went off on Ryan Garcia, named his 5 kings of the current state of boxing, and that consists of Keyshawn Davis, Gervonta Tank Davis, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, and Richardson Hitchins. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you guys think.